and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ciarra, and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so we're back again with another pick a card, and this is based off what you guys voted for, which you wanted to know what is unknown to you. That is the topic of this. So there's no saying what kind of messages are going to come up in each one of these piles. We have 8 piles today, and each pile has unique cards within it, unique oracle cards. So really it is going to be very unique readings for each pile. So of course, if you are attracted to more than one pile, that is perfectly fine, because your personal message might be spread across more than one pile, because these are still general readings, not personal readings. And so again, what resonates for you might be one message, one card from one pile and something else, and there might be cross messages across all of those. So I also want to mention for you guys, if you guys are interested, please do feel free to check out my Patreon link down below, because I just added some different exclusive tarot related content that will be available via my Patreon, like learning the tarot with me, information about the tarot, as well as exclusive pick a card readings just like this that are just going to be for patrons over there, as well as a brand new tier where you guys can get a very discounted one question monthly reading from me, again, on any kind of topic you like. Even if it's just like you want a general energy reading, or you have a specific one question, you know, all of that can be looked at within that tier. And again, it is a very special price. It is the only price that you'll find my one question reading for is on that Patreon. So if you guys are interested, there are limited spaces for that. So definitely first come, first serve kind of situation for each month. So definitely keep that in mind, and feel free to check all of that out, as well as all the other various links down below to personal readings, to other social media, Amazon wishlist, which helps, you know, support the channel via different decks and other things and all that good stuff. So without further ado, there's going to be 2 ways for you guys to choose your pile today. You can either go down to the timestamps in the description and choose based off the timestamp, or the crystals that I have here in front of us. So for pile 1, the crystal is going to be this chrysocolla piece for pile 1. For pile 2, we have this piece of ocean jasper here. For pile 3, we have this piece of mookaite jasper. For pile 4, we have this piece of blue chalcedony. And for pile 5, we have this piece here of ametrine, which is a mix of course, citrine and amethyst. For pile 6, we have here a piece of Russian amazonite. For pile 7, we have a piece of kiwi jasper. And lastly, for pile 8, we have a piece of golden calcite, because of course I had to put a piece of calcite in there. So again, you can either choose based off these different stones. So again, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, pile 5, pile 6, pile 7, and pile 8, or you can just pick based off the timestamps down below. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into these messages. For those of you who picked pile 1 with the chrysocolla here, we're going to go ahead and dive into your reading. And again, this is going to be all about what is unknown to you. So we're going to go ahead and see what the messages are. I'm going to actually start by pulling out all of the cards and seeing what we have. So we have Pluto with transformation, so renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, compositing, cycles, death, rebirth, subversion, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing, extremes. So for you guys who pick this pile, you might want to go and look in your natal chart to see where Pluto is, what house and what sign it's in, because that might give you additional information in regards to what is unknown to you. Obviously, a part of it is that you are going through a transformation, and it might not be a comfortable one right now, which might explain why things are maybe not going the way you expect them to, because I feel like, you know, it's kind of like the growing pains. Like, I don't know why, actually what popped to mind was a cicada. If you've like seen a sped version of a cicada coming out of its shell, Like, I kind of feel like that pressure around the shoulders and the neck for some of you. Some of you might be suspicious about a certain opportunity or a deal. There might be things, maybe you're doing something taboo. Or maybe there's something taboo that you're not aware of yet. I don't know. This is Scorpio energy. So it's going to deal a lot with, again, the 8th house, which has a lot to do with inheritance, family, death, life, rebirth, cycles. Again, the taboo, the sexual, especially like the taboo sexual side, very deep, emotional kind of things. So moving along here, what we have for tarot. We have the Page of Wands here. We also have, oh wow, holy shit, the 10 of Pentacles. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. That's so funny because I was just saying again with that, the 8th house kind of energy. It has a lot to do with, again, family, inheritance. And we have that 10 of Pentacles right now. And then we have the Page of Wands. So maybe this is about claiming your independence, or also kind of claiming back your passion. You're working very closely with somebody. Maybe there's a family business situation coming up. Some of you might have a passion for art. Let's see what else we have. We have Hunter here with track down your fears and desires. Ooh, I'm moving around all these cards. So we have that card as well. We also have here the Source of Magic, and I'm going to dive more into these oracle cards. And then we also have, this is fucking crazy, we got Owl with Magic. So you have the Source of Magic and you have magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. So again, I feel like there's something birthright related here. Again, there's family involved for sure. Maybe your family history. I don't know if any of you have, maybe this could be just for one of you, you have Celtic or Druid kind of background in your family, but I sense that that's also a possibility. Carnarnus might be a significant figure in the working of your magic. This is about claiming your magic. I feel like you guys have more inherent magical ability than you are aware of. Again, you have to be able to see through any kind of deceptions around you, or again, your power is to see through those deceptions because you have that inner vision, but you're letting fears kind of block you. You're afraid of diving more into that, maybe because of the opinion of your family, but it's like this gift that you have is something that is inherently within your bloodline. It helps you become more of a creative person. It definitely transforms you. And again, you can rise up with that. So kind of diving more into this, let's talk about the Hunter there. Because again, track down your fears and your desires. With that Page of Wands, that's all about desire. It's all about reclaiming what makes you passionate, what makes you exciting, or what makes you excited. It could even reference traveling. So some of you, maybe there's an opportunity to travel back to somewhere that is significant to your family line. I'm getting a sense of. So yeah, with this Hunter here, track down all of your fearful thoughts and feelings. When you find them, you'll find your desires too. So again, you guys have to come to, you have to face your fears in order to get to those desires, to get to that transformation. That's why I was getting that sense of like the uncomfortable feeling. It's that, we got reckoning there, subversion, suspicion, obsession. Don't be suspicious of your fears, or again, don't be afraid of the fear, because once you power through that, you're going to claim something amazing through it. Yeah, in fact, this particular card is based off the Celtic god Carnarnus, which if you don't know how to spell that, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys. It's Cernunnos. He is the stag god of the wild and represents both the hunted and the hunter. Similarly, the hunter helps you connect with an energy that is both fearful and fearless. Your fears are the only things that are standing between you and what you desire at this time. You have to come face to face with them, as the hunter does with wild animals, and go beyond them. So again, and Carnarnus is very strong masculine energy. It has a lot of passion involved with it as well. With his energy. So also what this is saying, instead of being hunted down by your fears or other feelings that you have buried, become the hunter you yourself. So you are being given confidence and strength at this time. So use your power to make a difference. Again, working on something, creating, weaving together the tapestry of your life here. I feel like you kind of need to come out, for some of you, you need to come out of the shadow of your family, or again, a particular family member, or as even a sibling in a way. You have your own unique abilities, but you haven't been letting them shine, because the way that you are going to do that is not the same path as others around you have led. So, you're being given confidence and strength at this time. So use your power to make a difference. You are not here to cower away or live in the shadows. You're here to realize your fullest potential. But this can only occur when you step up and do what needs to be done. When this card arises, there could be an opportunity to face an aspect of your past or bring closure to a situation that has been haunting you. If you're a man or identify as a male, this card represents your masculinity, an opportunity to know yourself more deeply. Exactly. If you're a female or identify as female, this card represents your capacity to be strong and powerful and overcome limitations, through that masculine aspect of yourself as well. So clearly for some of you, there's an opportunity for you to know yourself more deeply here. And again, it's going to be done through magic. You can tap into that source of magic, which is the next card we're going to talk about here. There might be very powerful dreams that you have. There's something transformative happening in your dreams. You might be getting a lot of inspiration through them. You need to pay more attention to them, I feel like, for sure. And again, the key word with this card is manifestation. So you guys can be master manifestors, but the key here is that you have to overcome your fears in order to claim that. So magic is not just for fairies. You are also a source of magic. Every time you inhale and exhale, your breath is the energy of source. Whether you call it God, spirit, divinity, father, or mother, it is the source of all that is. It resides in everything in our universe and within our own body. As a human being on earth, you're endowed with the gift of manifestation. Through your thoughts, visualization, feelings, and words, everything in your world, you have thought into existence. Remember that what you focus on is what grows into manifestation. So that's the other thing you guys need to realize here is, again, you are a powerful manifester. You have this, you can tap into this really strong source of magic, that your thoughts and your actions and everything that you do is really creating your world here. So you really need to be aware of that and have more control over it, I feel like, because again, you can use that for good or you can use that for bad. You can use it for any number of things. So be very careful of where you place your attention. Like the fairies, bring as much joy and love into your heart and life as you can. Open yourself to receive. Think positive thoughts. Transmute negative feelings and thoughts into positive ones. If a negative picture should appear in your mind, replace it with a picture of positive input. Soon you will see how things begin to shift as your life becomes happier and full of wonderful new changes. Always ask what you need to be given. Always ask what you need. Be given is for your highest good. When someone is for your highest good, then it is also the highest good for others. No harm will come to others through your request. If it is not of your highest good, then it will not happen, and something better will replace it. You are a source of magic. So the chant here is, I replenish my body with the breath of spirit. I exhale in order that I may inhale again. My thoughts and words are clear and divinely inspired. I am open to receive my good. I manifest all that is divinely possible for me. So be it. Make yourself a wand today. And that is so fucking crazy, because that's something I totally was looking at here in this page of wands. Because look, she's like throwing up this wand and you see the energy around her. Yeah, for you guys in particular, it might be really, really good for you to channel your energy and literally make a physical wand for yourself. Again, you might want to, for some of you who feel called to it, you might want to incorporate, symbols of like the lizard or the owl, or even, again, symbols related to Carnarnus. You might even want to put like antlers on it or something, anything along those lines might be significant. So, of course, we have the final card here, which is Owl. So let's see what, this has everything to do with wisdom, learning, protection, warnings, messenger, magic, night vision, silent flight, revealer of secrets, and shapeshifter. So some of you may even have, even shape-shifting abilities. Again, you can constantly transform yourself. You can mold the world around you into exactly what you want. Again, I feel like you need to pay attention to what happens around you at night, and you are protected. Your magic can protect you. You need to learn more, work more at this, because there's a lot that can happen. Change is on the wind. Owl medicine can help you release the past and fly into a better future. So, if owls cross your path repeatedly, it's a warning to review your situation and see where deception is lurking. To see an owl can be an omen that a profound change is coming. Again, that transformation here for you guys. They're seers. They are the oracles. So you guys might even have ability with that as well. If this is resonating as your totem animal, you are an old soul. And so you have a lot of innate wisdom within you that you can tap into from various previous lives here. And so, you have to trust. You got to trust in your knowledge. You got to trust in what it is you can manifest for yourself. So some things to kind of question and ask yourself with this card appearing for you guys here is, have you allowed yourself to be deceived? And even you yourself can deceive yourself. That was very redundant, but you get the point. Is owl asking you to release the past so you can change and take flight? Are you in the dark about a situation? What secrets do you need to discover to know the truth? So exactly, and I feel like some of that has to do with your family. I don't know why, but maybe something that came to mind is maybe like one of you who's watching this is actually adopted. Maybe you don't know your actual blood related family. So there might be more information that you need to kind of delve into that to find out what's going on. Especially if you felt, or again, even if that's not the case, you just feel extremely different from others around you. And that is a sign that you need to delve more into your past lives. What are you connected to? What are you attracted to? You need to definitely tap into your magic here. That's the biggest thing here. Again, I would really, really recommend you guys to work and use a wand to help channel and, direct your energy better, because it might be just kind of going all over the place. You might even want to work with something like citrine that's coming through, but make sure you're getting legit citrine, is my only warning with that. So that is everything that I'm seeing here for this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do drop a like, comment down below what you thought about this reading. Did it make sense? All of that good stuff. And of course, if you'd like to help support this channel, definitely do consider becoming a patron on my Patreon, because that really helps me to keep bringing you unique content like this. And of course, all the other various links down below, including information about personal readings. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. For those of you who picked pile 2 with the ocean jasper here, we're going to go ahead and dive into what is unknown to you and see what is going on. So I'm going to start by pulling out all your cards here. And let's see. So first off, we have Libra with the idealist. So harmonious, cooperative, balanced, socially aware, artistic, people-pleasing, fair, idealistic, aesthetic, choosy, aspirational, geometric, graceful, considerate, obliging, indecisive, judgmental, and flattering. I feel like maybe some of you are, and you don't realize it, but you are very much about people-pleasing and maybe not pleasing yourself enough. I feel like there's a really a thin line here for you guys, where it's like you really have to draw that line between, again, people pleasing others, and taking care of yourself. There is a thin line there. Again, making sure that you're flexible enough, but you have standards and boundaries that are important to you. Being very socially aware of what's happening. Just being aware in general around your surroundings. You might have a very artistic flair about you. There might be a lot of ideas that you have. And I just saw 111, so that might be significant to somebody. There's more opportunities and ideas that you have that maybe you haven't tapped into yet. And part of it is making sure you're striking that proper balance for yourself. So let's see what else we have. Yeah, so we have the Ace of Wands here. And we have the Eight of Cups. So clearly, I feel like for you guys, yeah, this is the energy of just do it. Maybe some of you have been really hemming and hawing about a decision about making a move, a significant move for yourself. And again, with the Ace of Wands here, it's like an energy of just go out there and just do it. Put your action and your passion into it. Because again, you might be a little bit confused. You might be, you're not knowing where you're headed into the unknown. Or again, other people don't understand why you're making this change, but it's just something inherently like spiritually that you know that you need to do, but you don't really understand the why to it. You just know that you have to, but it doesn't make sense, but it will in time. Let's see what else we have. So we also have here the Singer of Connection. We also have Oracle cards, so you are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and for others. And we have here the Celtic Bean in the reverse. So we're going to go ahead and dive more into these and see what's going on. So we're going to start off with the Oracle cards. So obviously with that coming up, I feel like you guys can really discern a lot from tarot oracle cards, and maybe that you should consider working with those things for yourself. Yeah, so you have an affinity for working with oracle cards, and they speak to you as whispers from the angels, this or other spirit guides or whatever it is, the fae. You know, we got a little bit of that energy going here. So this card comes to you as a validation of the thought you've had of incorporating oracle card readings into your career. You could give readings as a full-time occupation where you offer guidance and advice to answer clients' questions, or you may incorporate card readings as an aspect of your healing profession, for instance, by using the words on the front as a focal point as you begin your sessions. You know, oracle cards can also give you personal guidance that can boost any career path. So obviously this is, maybe for some of you, this is dealing with your career path. Maybe that's an idea that you've had, is doing this. I also feel like you can use, again, oracle cards or tarot cards for guidance to help you with ideas. You know, there might be something when you look at them that sparks an idea in you that can really help you. Or again, this is about giving you guidance about how to deal with a social situation, because we have, again, this Singer of Connection here as well. Those connections or those bonds you're making are very significant, and there might be even a connection around you that you haven't utilized yet. It's just kind of outside of your peripherals. But with this, you know, through the power of this singer, all connections are made, held, and released as appropriate. In a reading, this singer indicates the connection of things, especially connecting those that have surrendered. It is unifying and reunifying. It tells you that we need to be aware of the connections between different aspects of the issue under discussion, as well as the connections between the people linked by it. We also may need to build more connections, a network of mutual support. The presence of the Singer of Connection in a reading indicates support and strength flowing through the connections between those involved. So obviously for you guys, there's definitely an opportunity. Okay, so this card was bringing up surrender. So I feel like for some of you, you might need to break ties and surrender certain ideals or maybe certain people in your life who are maybe no longer appropriate. Or again, it's not that you need to like completely cut all ties with, you know, people. Some of you may need to do that. Others of you, it's more so kind of pulling yourself away from that situation so that you can give yourself room to kind of breathe and again form new connections, especially with that Ace of Wands here. That is all about new beginning and new possibilities. So also, again, we have the Celtic Bean here as well. So, and it came up reverse. So this might give you guys a little bit more insight about where it is you need to work on something. But with it here, it's talking about confusion, the ancestors, and impurity. So some of you are, again, worried about maybe the purity of your ideals, or again, the purity of the connections around you. Don't be so, or again, like worried about if you associate or you do something that you'll become impure in something. Maybe for some of you, this is a religious thing, because maybe you have an interest or you're feeling called to maybe work in something like oracle cards, tarot cards, divination, but you feel like that's kind of impure to whatever your, you know, the religious belief is that you grew up in. But it's like, no. The thing that I think people need to kind of get over is the fact that, you know, if you're a witch, you know, a lot of people associate oracle cards, tarot with witches. Witch, like, just that term alone is really a practice. it's not necessarily a religion, although, Wicca is the religion that is closely related to, witchcraft, but it's not the only one. And again, you can be like Christian and be a witch. It's all about the practice. It's about being a witch. It's about taking energy and, working with that energy to manifest something. It's almost like science in a way. Like certain sciences and certain ideas, kind of relate to that kind of situation. Also, that law of attraction stuff that, got rebranded by a man, that's just magic, literally. What is described as the law of attraction is literally magic that was being used for thousands and thousands of years by, witches. So there's, I feel like for some of you, there might be an issue with that. My light just went out. But anyway. So again, you're not going to be impure if you decide to use this or explore this path a little bit more, even just in your spare time. It doesn't necessarily have to be related to your career, even though that was bringing that up. It could just be an interest of yours. You feel called to it. You're watching this video right now because you're curious, and that's perfectly fine. Again, it's not going to make you impure if you explore this, regardless of what religion or what beliefs you hold. This oracle cards, tarot cards, divination, they are tools to be used to help you to discern something, to be a guidance for yourself. So that's one thing that's coming through. Confusion, you might be confused about your path. You're confused about where you're moving towards, but you kind of just have to follow the call because, again, your ancestors are here to help you in some capacity. So kind of delving more into this card here. So with it being reversed, the bean seems a mundane plant, yet in the past it was believed to be connected to the other world and the realm of the ancestors. If you've chosen this card reversed, it may mean that you're being strongly influenced by the ancestors at this time. They may be inspiring you to behave or feel in a certain ways, or you may simply be acting out a pattern that was laid down by a previous generation. This might be appropriate, or you may wish to represent the generation that finally stops acting out this pattern, in which case a ritual offering of beans to the spirits of the ancestors may be indicated. Try throwing some over your shoulder or casting them on the ground before starting your intention or stating your intention. Alternatively, you may be experiencing some confusion or a sense of impurity. Trying to be free of impurity can end up making you feel even more uncomfortable. Purity is a quality rarely found in nature. Everything from water to air needs a good mix of ingredients to make it wholesome. And we need our flaws, weaknesses, and history of mistakes to make us human. What counts is not purity, but integrity, which literally means wholeness. So obviously for you guys, you need to work more on your integrity, which might go back into that people-pleasing thing. Also with Libra, Libras, I feel like, or let's say the energy of Libra, a little bit be on that idea of perfectionism. And again, there's nothing wrong with perfectionism in a healthy way, but sometimes, that perfectionism can go into negative places, into toxic places. So I feel like, again, understanding your flaws and your weaknesses and loving them is what makes you full. That's part of shadow work. So maybe for some of you, that's what you need to do. The shadow is not a negative thing. It's not a bad thing. Your flaws are not a bad thing. Again, your blemishes are not a bad thing. It's what makes you uniquely you. And once you accept, again, the shadow aspect, those repressed aspects of yourself, which, yes, when the shadow goes negative is because you let those repressed things fester there for so long that eventually they're going to end up blowing up. And when they blow up, things can get pretty fucking negative. So it's all about understanding what it is that is being repressed in your shadow that you need to claim and you need to accept and you need to love and you need to heal. So yes, again, maybe exploring more guidance from the oracle, from the tarot for yourself. Not so much, watching these kind of videos can definitely help because, again, especially if you watch a lot of different ones, you'll end up getting repeat messages, and that's what you need to keep in mind. I just saw 1111 as well. But again, working with them on your own in your own space is also highly important because that can help give you a more personalized thing. The only issue there is like when you obviously, you let ego or you get confused with yourself, because it's like, I see that most when it's like you get messages that you don't want to hear, but you kind of just need to hear them. So you need to accept them. You can't just go around and like try to, shove that card back into the deck and pretend you didn't see it. Like, no, you saw it. You need to face what it is you're listening to. Again, work on those connections. Work on building stronger connections within yourself, I feel like, as well. So without further ado, I think that is everything I'm seeing here in this card. Sorry, the light went out partway through, but I didn't want to break the message. So if you guys like this message, if you thought it was interesting, if it made sense for you, definitely do comment down below. Subscribe if you want to see more. And again, if you want to help the growth of this channel, please do consider becoming a patron on my Patreon, where you'll get more exclusive tarot content and other good stuff. Or again, there's the Amazon wish list to help support via decks or other, fun goodies for the channel and all that good stuff. So, and there's also information about personal readings. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. For those of you who picked pile 3 here with the Mookaite Jasper, we're going to go ahead and dive into your cards and see what is unknown to you. And starting off, we have the 12th house with surrender. So subconscious mind, compassion, dreams, karma, forgiveness, baggage, trance states, the unseen, healing, spiritual development, guilt, prayer, and the Akashic records. So I definitely feel like for you guys, there's some karma that you need to clear out. There's some stuff that you need to surrender, you need to let go of, you need to clear out, the past karma, the things that you're holding on to. You need to heal the baggage, and stop trying to ignore it. You need to pay attention to your dream states. What is going on? What is coming up in your dreams? Because there's a lot that's like helping to show what is repressed. I feel like you need to have more forgiveness for yourself, for things that you went through. And again, claiming forgiveness is not about really forgetting or approving of what maybe somebody did or a situation. And again, that goes even for yourself. It's about, forgiving the pain that it's causing and finally letting it go. Because again, you keeping yourself in a state of pain over something is not doing something to the other person. They're still going on and living their lives, but you're keeping yourself stuck in that pain, which is stopping you from continuing moving forward and living to your fullest potential. You can still claim your fullest potential. It's not lost. It might have changed, definitely, via whatever karma or, baggage or trauma that you went through, but you are still a person and you can still be a whole person. You're just not the same person, which is fine because everybody transforms and changes. There's nothing bad about that. There's nothing bad about changing for yourself either, even if you didn't go through anything that's like, baggage, but everybody has baggage. I mean, that's another thing here is like realizing that we're all developing, we're all going to come with our own baggage. It's just a matter of, claiming and transforming that. Obviously, there's a lot of spiritual development here that you guys can go through, and you can really tap into those Akashic records within yourself and, in the universe itself. So let's see what else we have here. Interesting enough, we have the Knave of Swords and we have the Knave of Cups. So yeah, I feel, I just got like headache pain in my sinuses. So I don't know if that's significant to somebody, but it's like, I feel like you're still very new to the process or something, even regardless of what your age is. Like there's definitely a youthfulness here with the Knave of Cups and the Knave of Swords, needing to understand how your emotions and your words really affect yourself and everybody else around you. I feel like you guys might have some confusion about those things. You need to confusion about the world, maybe your place in the world. Let's see what else we have. We also have here the Humpback Whale with music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. Maybe some of you need to work on listening more. You have a musical or artistic talent here. Definitely singing, and I can definitely see that here with something like the Knave of Swords and the Knave of Cups, because this is very creative energy. This is very communicative energy, giving messages, listening to messages. Stay away from gossip. Don't be getting into needless gossip. Let's see what else we have. We also have the Flower Moon with blossoming. And we have the Angel of Alchemy with miracle. Interesting. So, And it's funny because this is 12, this is 21. Very mirror images. And then we have 33. I feel like, again, there are things that you can blossom into, that you can heal, and that you can come into. Maybe even like literal miracles before you. But it's a matter of gaining that maturity. And the only way of gaining that maturity is by, understanding the mistakes, going through the mistakes, doing the little fuck ups. Let's see. With the flower moon, that is related to May. That is when the flower moon occurs. So that might even be a specific time period that is significant for you guys for this particular reading. But with this card, it's talking about do not give up. You have planned for this. Again, that goes back into those Akashic records, that karma, that soul contract that you picked, and you set this up. Take no notice of what others think or say about you. That goes back to I was talking about gossip. Someone around you may be jealous of your success. Mark your victories. Very interesting. That kind of goes into maybe that unseen. Have a lot of compassion, even for like the haters, I feel like is coming through. So the companion stone here is ruby. And so we also, again, have the humpback whale coming through for you guys as well. Let's see what it has to say to you guys. So with it here, in order to diagnose their patients, one of the questions that shamans often ask was when the patient stopped singing. If it had been quite some time, the shaman was certain to recommend singing, among other remedies, as an essential aspect of recovery. All that's involved when you sing, the fullness and rhythm of your breathing, the opening of your mouth and jaw, and the soulful and creative expression of your spirit, serves to enhance your health and raise your vibrations. Similarly, playing an instrument can touch those inner creative depths that yearn to be expressed through song. Simply listening with your full attention to your favorite tune or melody can also inspire and heal. Make music as essential to your lifestyle as eating and breathing. You can breach the inhibitions about expressing yourself musically that you've acquired over the years in some very simple and easy ways. Sing, chant, or play an instrument. Take a few voice lessons as a means to shore up your confidence. Let the magical child inside help you rediscover the joy of creating music. Dive in and play. So this is associated with singing, breath work, sound healing, and again, we have healing coming up more than once here. Sensitivity, alchemy. Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? Alchemy? And you have the angel of alchemy here. That is fucking weird. Ancestral wisdom. There we go. Creativity, inner depths, insight, healing, release, and guardianship. That is absolutely wild. So you guys really need to, not only to help heal your inner child, you need to get back into the connection to music, to singing, to playing an instrument. Again, whether you're good at it or not, it doesn't fucking matter. You just need to do it because it's going to lift a weight off your chest, I definitely feel like. Also with this, you guys could be maybe a very clairaudient group where it's, again, you get a lot of messages and interesting insight through the music you listen to and the lyrics. So pay attention to that as well. And oh my God, I just fucking realized she's playing a violin in this card. Are you kidding me right now? Let's see if I get that. Look at that. She's playing a violin. So I don't know if any of you like the sound of the violin, or you've played the violin, or you should pick up the violin again. It's like, obviously, there is literally a musical instrument for you guys to work with. It's a way for you to tap into your subconscious and, again, to help heal you for sure. And it's interesting that literally one of the keywords here was alchemy, and we have the angel of alchemy here. So let's go ahead and start talking about that card as well. Let's see. So with her here, her message is there may be... What the fuck? There may be health challenges for you at the present time. Wow. So maybe for some of you who literally picked this pile, you're going through some health issues right now. And again, like music therapy, again, using music will help heal you in some aspect. obviously make sure that you go to appropriate doctor and, healers, alternative medicine practitioners, whatever. People who know what they're doing. Make sure you seek out those people if, like, it's a serious issue. But yeah, that is wild. Let's see. Let's keep reading. So regardless of what you or one dear to you may be experiencing, it's time to ask yourself, what would I do if I knew I had a short time left to live on this planet? Fuck. Then begin to take action on these plans. Because the beautiful thing about looking deeply into the human fear of death is that this examination of mortality will create an exquisite sense of being alive now, and you will reprioritize, and you'll begin to shape your life in a new and meaningful way. Once you see that time in the sense of bodily life can be short, do not hesitate. Take action now on changing what can be changed. When you receive this card, you're about to turn a corner with a health challenge. The current situation has actually served you in many ways. It's brought your focus back to what is truly valuable in your life and made you aware of areas of neglect. Now you can move forward with a refreshed set of priorities that are based in something very real. The Angel of Alchemy encourages you to make your healing, either your own or that of someone close to you, the top priority. That is absolutely wild. So again, I feel like that question right there, what would I do if I knew I had a short time to live on this planet? Regardless if you are actually going through some sort of health issue, that is an important question to ask, because again, I feel like there's some things, there's some dreams, there's some aspirations clearly here. Maybe for some of you, it strongly has to relate to music or singing or instruments or whatnot, performance, something creative like that. That you have put on the back burner. You said you believe that you couldn't do it, but it's like, you only have so long here on this planet. Do the things that you really light you up, that make you excited, so that you don't have regrets. You don't think, oh, I wonder if I had done that. No, you did the thing, you know what happened, and then that's it. Whether it works out for you or not, the point is that you gave it a try. You didn't question, you didn't wonder about it, you just did it. I just saw 11/11. Instead of always questioning or wondering, instead do it. And that's going to be literally a miracle for you in your life when you think more about this. You think about your own mortality in a sense. We're all like eternal souls of energy, but the body that we are possessed right now is a temporary thing. It's not going to be here forever, and it's not always going to be in the shape and, youth, whatever. My morbid little saying is like, you're dying a little bit every single day. So again, with knowing that, treat your body right, treat your health right. I feel like, I'm just going to bring it up that, the body positive idea, it's really, really good to be positive about your body, to love your body. A part of that is making sure that you're treating it correctly, which means you're treating it healthy, and that you're not, setting yourself up later on for really harsh health issues. That's what's important with body positive, that idea. It's not about, just feeling like people are like judging you on your body. That's not right. For sure. But it's like, also, if somebody's trying to literally help you with something that they see that is like a physical health issue, listen to them and not ignore their guidance, because there might be something to that. Again, this is about healing yourself in all aspects, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Make sure that you're living your life where you are healthy and you are successful, and that you are doing the things that you want to do and that you love, even if it's just like you have something wild, like you want to go try being a singer. Okay, then try it. Go take some voice lessons. See how it goes. If you fail and you flop, pick yourself up and try again. And if you keep flopping and it just doesn't resonate anymore in your soul, and it doesn't make you happy and you're not enjoying yourself, even if it's like it amounts to nothing, like literally, the point is that you went on that journey, and that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey kind of thing. You learn things on that journey. You met people, you did things. It's like you experienced all that, and that's what made it rich. Even if the end result of it is like, it was nothing. it was just a phase, whatever, but you enjoyed the ride. I think that's the point here that I'm getting with this one. So I definitely feel like you guys, if you do treat yourself right, you could live a very fulfilling life for sure, especially with something like the humpback whale here. So yeah, that is everything that I'm seeing here for this particular reading. So if this resonated, please do, drop a comment and let me know what you thought about this. And of course, if you'd like to help support this channel in any way, definitely feel free to check that Patreon link down below, because I did just add, a lot of new tarot related content that is exclusive there, that you guys can definitely take advantage of. And there's also various other links and information about personal readings. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. For those of you who picked pile 4 here with the blue chalcedony, we're going to go ahead and jump into your cards and see what is unknown to you here. And we're going to go ahead and start off by kind of showing off all the cards. And so first off, we got Neptune with dreams. So imagination, memories, the subconscious, self-sacrifice, ideals, universal love, visions, meditation, spirituality, compassion, empathy, fantasies, escapism, the ether, enchantment, confusion, veils, magic. The first thing that came to mind was that somebody has more compassion for you than you realize. I feel like you guys are kind of all caught up in your head a little bit, and you're not realizing something that's happening outside of you. Again, maybe that's part of like the fantasies, like escapism. You can definitely tap in more to the ether and to the other worlds than you realize. You're way more intuitive than you realize, especially through your dreams. You might even be able to like astral project, or again, have very, very lucid dreaming, but it's something that maybe you haven't really worked at, or maybe you've had fear about. You can definitely see beyond those veils, and it is so fucking crazy what you have for your tarot here. It is so wild. I just saw 111, but we got the Chariot, which is card 7. We have the 7 of Wands, and then we also have the 7 of fucking Swords. Are you kidding me right now? Like, that is insane. You have 3 7s. So 777 might be a huge synchronicity that you see. Maybe your life path 7. Like 7 is a very, very significant number. It's also a very spiritual and religiously significant number as well. If you dive into that, both in like the Bible and also in Buddhism, like, this 7 number comes up a lot across all the globe. So I definitely feel like you guys need to watch out, because for some of you, there might be a person who's being more deceptive than you realize also, or maybe you yourself are being too deceptive of yourself. You need to make sure that you have your guard up in a proper manner, because there's definitely something that you can achieve and you could reach for. I definitely see the need for really making sure you have a proper balance. Again, maybe a balance between fantasy and reality. Again, a balance of listening to your intuition and logical thinking. Let's see what else we have. We have Isa, which is ice. It is a rune here. We're going to dive into that one a little bit more. We also have Hematite with card 26, and we have here surrounded by prosperity, with your attention is being drawn to the infinite nature of reality. That which exists outside the known is beyond measure. Very interesting. So I definitely feel like you guys have a very strong there's a strong opportunity to really achieve a lot of great prosperity. You have prosperity around you. I feel like this is definitely a message of being grateful for what you have, practicing a little like gratitude magic, meditation, again, affirmation. It might be important for you guys. So let's go ahead and dive into these a little bit more, starting off with that Hematite, which again was card 26. So let's see what it has to say for you guys. So with this, it's talking about becoming grounded, getting back to earth, practicality and centeredness, balance and calm. Again, the Chariot here is all about also balance. So You are so much more than just your thoughts and feelings. You have a body to care for and a soul with a unique purpose. Hematite Spirit is here to remind you that you are a light being with a body that deserves to be honored and nourished. A body designed by the conscious universe to be in a world of sensations, from the smell of pine trees and rain to the feel of tree bark under your fingertips. You are one with the earth and her creatures. Ground yourself there to feel a sense of well-being and relief from stress. Hold a furry creature and feel warm softness in the beating of her heart. Seek out physical affection, a massage or body work if you can. Walk outdoors in nature, feeling the sensations of the earth against your skin. Your scattered thoughts and turbulent emotions will calm down, and you will soon remember the beauty of your body and this world of the senses. So this is about, yeah, maybe some of you are kind of too disconnected from the earth into the ground. That's part of the balance that needs to be, that with the strong Neptune energy coming through here. Again, check out where Neptune is in your natal chart. You have to balance that with being grounded, being connected to the earth. That is so important here for you guys, for sure. I also feel like don't always expect the worst, but be conscious. That's what it is. I feel like that's the big message here, is being conscious and being here and grounded is very, very important. So with Isa, let's go ahead and talk about that one a little bit. We have, again, it's ice. It's about intuition. You literally, that is what Neptune is as well. So that's crazy. We have that coming up more than once. So again, it's associated with thought and intuition, to the unexpected flashes of awareness that pierce the veil of illusion and sometimes cause turmoil, both internally and externally. Yeah, I feel like you guys are literally like psychics or mediums. Like, you get psychic visions, and again, these could happen in your dream or in your waking life, or maybe they've started happening in your waking life. So you really, really have to balance that again with that connection to the earth. So we also have here, it's the suggestions here are, how do we use our intelligence? Are we hypercritical of others, or do we try to use thought to make progress? Do we fear the truth, or do we seek it out even if it might be upsetting? The literal meaning of Isa is ice, something cold, cutting, yet pure, transparent, and delicate. Courage and moral strength are needed to be able to sustain the truth unwaveringly. So, Easter protects us from the overly harsh criticism, enhancing our critical thinking and self-esteem. And then lastly, with this surrounded by prosperity, let's see what this has to say as well. So it's talking about the school of fish picture represents abundance, sanctuary, desire, control, and steadiness, and even a possible windfall. You may find you want to take care of others by offering advice, guidance, and wisdom, as well as loaning your money or giving your time to a worthwhile cause now. Your abundant flow, I feel like you need to be really cautious of that, though. Like, I feel like some of you maybe had that desire to, loan your money or, invest in a cause that you think is worthy, but you need to be really, really aware of that and careful, because again, there could be something here where somebody tries to take advantage of your good nature. Again, kind of putting a veil over your eyes so you don't see the truth, and you might end up being wounded from it. So again, that's why it's important to keep moving forward, keep striving, keep doing good, but be aware and be ready for anything that happens. And again, be cautious. So you might be drawn to the vibrant yellow of the Tang. This is an opportunity to tune into your solar plexus and personal power chakras. Are you giving up, or alternatively too keyed up without a situation? This is the time to bring yourself back to feeling empowered and in control of your emotions. The lively green colors emphasize growth and healing and a return to your natural state of abundance. If you are feeling lack, use positive affirmations to create your own abundance. I have everything I need at all times. The yellow tang, a serene ocean dweller, is an essential part of the reef ecosystem. Large schools of yellow tangs can be found on the ocean's reefs. The yellow tang is attracted to areas of coral where they clear clear away excess algae. They help maintain balance in the ecosystem. Algae can turn up in all sorts of places, and you may even see yellow tangs cleaning it off a turtle. Abundance can show up in a variety of ways. Trust that you are abundant. Clear away anything that may hinder your bounty. So again, you guys need to remember, you need to put that affirmation to yourself that you are abundant. I feel like some of you doubt that so much. Or again, some of you kind of want to use escapism as a way of not dealing with the reality of things around you. But again, the reality around you is that even if things are hard or difficult, I feel like you can still be abundant. You can still be grateful for the, important things that you do have, I feel like. So that is what I'm getting with this pile. So if this resonated, please do drop a like down below, comment what you thought about this, and please do remember, if you'd like to help support this channel and its continued growth, definitely do check out my Patreon. There's a bunch of new little tarot related exclusives that are going to be available there, as well as a very discounted, special priced one question reading that is available monthly for you guys, but there are limited spots, so make sure you grab it when you can. And there's also other information down below if you just want to book a private reading the usual way. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. For you guys who picked pile 5 with the ametrine piece, we're gonna go ahead and jump into your cards and see what it is that is unknown to you. And so starting off, we have the 11th house with the edge. So friendship, group creativity, community, humanity, hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, common goals, startups, rebellion, experimentation, the future. You also have quincunx with complexity. So irritates, puzzles, mystifies, complicates, contradicts, clashes, misses the mark, requires translation, adjusts, makes curious, educates, and transforms. I feel like you guys are maybe mystified, or you're kind of confused by maybe community or friend groups, or again, connections like that, or again, maybe even humanity as a whole. Maybe you guys very much resonate with that starseed idea, so you don't relate. Maybe you're confused, or you're worried about the future. It puzzles you. You don't know where to go, but it's like, it's important to keep living freely and have hope, have faith, keep moving forward. It will work itself out. Don't be so cynical is what came through. Let's see what else we have. We also have here the Queen of Swords. Yeah. Don't be too cynical. Yeah, don't be too pessimistic. Have faith, keep striving forward. You're very intellectual. You have a lot of power around you. We got the Four of Swords as well. The Ten of Swords. We also have, let's keep moving these over a little bit. Look at all the blue and purple here. Very third eye, crown chakra. We also have the Nine of Wands, and we have Judgment. You guys are hearing the call, but I don't feel like you're acting on it. You're kind of staying in a place of consideration, or like you're kind of staying stagnant in a sense. You're dreaming, you're holding still, you're recuperating. With the Ten of Swords, something needs to come to an end, and you can't give up. You have to keep moving forward. I feel like that's kind of, maybe some of you are kind of losing faith in humanity, or that you can find groups of people that you resonate with, or that you can achieve what it is you want, but you need to stop. You can't give up faith, because it can happen for you. Let's see what else we have here. We also have forgiveness with these inky cap mushrooms. We also have Mother Mary with love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. That's pretty crazy, because we also have White Eagle with ancestor spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. And we also have the Well Watcher, wisdom, power of the divine in the reverse. So, that's pretty crazy with these two cards here. So some of you might have issues, or you might need to forgive or heal a wound that is related to a mother, or again, a particular family member, an ancestor, your lineage, literally. I feel like you guys are the very rebellious, or not rebellious necessarily, but rebel, free thinker. You don't like I feel like some of you, it's like you're putting on that persona, but it's really part of it is because you're afraid of getting hurt again. So let's see here. So with forgiveness, drawing this, this marker says that you must now search your heart for an unresolved resentment, anger, or disagreements between you and another. If you're still hurt or angry about another's behavior, or if there are circumstances in your life that you resent, this is a time when it's crucial to release the negative energy surrounding those situations. Resisting this will only impede your growth and draw more unwanted experiences to you. Resentment and anger are emotions that actually bind you and hook you to the events that cause your suffering, keeping them alive inside you, draining you of your life force and inner light. Nothing good comes from hate, anger, or resentment. Peace can only come through forgiveness when you release all that binds you to negativity. Perhaps you need to forgive yourself for placing unrealistic expectations on your situation, resulting in a self-sabotaging perception tainted by perfectionism. Look at the world and see how the lack of forgiveness feeds the turmoil and suffering around you. Forgiveness is the key to freedom and peace, and it starts with you. This marker requires you to practice forgiveness so that you can be an active part of spreading peace and beauty throughout this troubled world. And because it kept on bringing peace so much, is definitely connected for some of you to this Mother Mary card. I also feel like, talking about family and connection, it's interesting because literally on this card, it's like you have, like, it looks like parent mermaids with a mer child. So again, I feel that really strong connection to your ancestors or to your family, literally. So diving into these cards, let's talk about them. So starting off with Mother Mary, let's see here. So with her here, she's saying, it's time to let go of conflict or the need to be right. The more you fight for the point you want to prove, the unhappier you will be. And that's kind of, the 11th house is Aquarian energy. Aquarians can be kind of like that, where it's like they'll argue just because they want to go against what everybody else is saying and kind of stir up shit in a sense, because it's like, no, I'm right. Regardless if the facts sometimes really line up with it. Just saying, not to call out Aquarius or anything, but like Aquarius can like to be little shit starters a little bit, just because they like to what's the word? Kind of like get under people's skin in that way. They'll just say something contradictory to what you say just because they know will piss you off, and they like to fuck with people like that sometimes. Again, not to call it Aquarius, but that is kind of a trait I've noticed with Aquarians. Just saying. But that's what I'm kind of getting here. So the more you fight for the point you want to prove, the unhappier you will be. Pointing out the mistakes or mishap of others just blocks the road to love in your own life. Mary, the Divine Mother of Acceptance, is with you now, encouraging you to forgive. To forgive! I was listening. Oh yeah, this card is definitely connected to this card. Literally, they mean the same fucking thing. Forgiveness is not about letting anyone get away with their bad choices, but about choosing to create your own happiness. Mother Mary also brings healing to you and your mother. If you miss her or are out of contact with her or have old trauma that needs healing, know that Mary's miraculous light is here now to wash away the darkness. Fucking crazy. And then, of course, with White Eagle, it's talking about take some time to honor just how far you have come. Recognize through ceremony and ritual the shifts in your awareness. Healing and journey really allows you to move into a state of grace and gratitude. You have or have recently had an opportunity to heal an old family wound or pattern. It's important to connect with your family in spirit so that they can set a new energy of love in place. White Eagle is bringing you your ancestors through to you and allowing you to know that they're happy and well. He is sounding his sacred drums to clear your spirit. That is absolutely wild. And then lastly, we have this Well Watcher, which is acting as a challenger for you guys. So the Well Watcher is challenging you. Comes to let you know that you've run out of steam. Self-will alone isn't enough to make things happen. All cannot be yours at this time. If you feel you're going nowhere, it's because you're meant to stay put. Willfulness can lead to your becoming like the bull in a china shop, creating havoc as you push forward. Remember the sacred creative source of the water in the well. Drink some, be still, and contemplate true origin power. That's that Four of Swords here. Literally, that's like stopping contemplating. Be still and contemplate the true origin of power. It isn't you. So drink deeply of the wisdom of the divine and listen to the beautiful music playing through your life. When you've made conscious contact with your higher power, you can move forward again, replenished and renewed. This is also an important time to restore harmony in your relationship, since you may be temporarily out of tune with one another. If there's a power struggle between you, remember only the divine has true power, and you won't feel the need to struggle anymore. Wow, guys, like I feel like you, again, you're like the rebel. Again, you're battling against more than one authority figure in your life here. It could be literally family, ancestors, or even the divine itself. Like you might have that kind of idea where it's like you want to be God, but you know, all of us in our own sense have a piece of divinity. But again, that doesn't mean that we're the only divinity, if that makes sense. You know, it's like we're all part of a bigger web here. And that's, again, an important part of the community that I feel like you guys need to kind of come to terms with. So that is everything I'm seeing for this particular pile, and I just saw 1010. But if this resonated, please do drop a like down below. Comment what you thought about this. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos. And please do check out the links down below, especially to my Patreon, where I have some exclusive other tarot content that you guys can take advantage of, and it helps me out and it helps the growth of this channel if you do become a patron. And of course, there's other various links and information about personal readings. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. For those of you who picked group 6, I know how to count, with the Russian Amazonite here, we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading, into your cards, and see what is unknown to you. And let's see, we got first up Sagittarius with the Voyager. So enthusiastic, philosophical, independent, generous, ethical, seeking, happy-go-lucky, adventurous, honest, bareback, unbridled, experimental, lucky, boundless, traveling, risk-taking, tactless, self-righteous. So maybe some of you are literally a Sagittarius. Check out where Sagittarius is in your chart. We also have the square with challenge. So we have creates tension, stalls, sounds the alarm, motivates, pressures into, frustrates, demands, struggles, reorientates, hurts, works out, reconciles. I feel like you guys are kind of you're being put on the spot. You're being challenged. You're being challenged to take a risk. You need to go out and be adventurous. You need to be more honest with yourself about what it is you want. Have a little bit more enthusiasm. Be more experimental. Be unbridled. You know, luck will come your way if you just kind of release and let go of the reins. You stop being maybe too much of a control freak. Definitely, you know, being independent is important as well, but not being controlling. Let's see what else we have. We have the Knight of Wands, which is so crazy because, again, Sagittarius has a lot to do. It has to do with the 9th house. It has to do with Jupiter, which has to do with foreigners, foreign travel, literally travel. And we have the Knight of Wands, which is the foreigner from a foreign place. We also have the 8 of Cups, movement, moving away from something that is no longer serving you. We also have the Knight of Wheels. And we have the 8 of Swords. This is fucking crazy. Again, another pile where it's like you got double numbers. So 8 might be a very significant number for you guys, a significant synchronicity. So I definitely feel like there's people involved here. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles could represent people around you, somebody who's more slow moving, somebody who's more methodical. With the Knight of Wheels, somebody who's involved with career. Somebody with Knight of Wands could be more rash. They could definitely be extremely more passionate, fiery, adventurous. Going out there could be literally that Sagittarius. I see that you guys need to accept the challenge that's being presented to you. Stop fighting so much against it, because the more you fight against it, the more you're caging yourself in and you're blocking yourself from new possibilities that you can take advantage of. Let's see what else we have. We also have Flamingo with community. We have explore other realms. Holy shit. And we have move with the flow. Exactly. You guys just need to stop resisting. You need to go with the flow, because there's a huge opportunity for you guys to reach out and really connect to some people who are maybe of different community, more community connections, understanding somebody from a different point of view, which will be challenging, but it's going to be so liberating for you. Again, literally, you can reach out and explore other realms this way. So this is card 19 with the flamingo. Let's talk about that, which is water. So it's, I serve with my love, affection, and attention. Flamingos are very social birds, living in colonies with populations that number in the thousands. They congregate and not only feed together and pair up for mating, but also to find safety from predators. Once their babies are just a few weeks old, they coordinate a kind of childcare group so that most of the adults can wander further to feed and provide more food for the growing chicks. Flamingos will travel long distances, migrate to find abundant sources of food, and are usually found in the same areas year after year. Tradition is important with the flamingo. When courting, they perform synchronized displays, like learnt and rehearsed dances, to attract a mate. Flamingos are born with pale gray feathers, but through the constant consumption of particular beta-carotene-rich foods in their diet, namely crustaceans like shrimp, algae, and other plants, this pigment is processed into fat and then deposited through to new feather growth, resulting in a full set of pink toned feathers. Pink is a color that represents love, compassion, and nurturing, which is at the core of what drives these beautiful birds in life. Through their physical and behavioral attributes, these water birds teach us to connect with our community, ask for help if we need it, and offer the gift of our time and service to the people we love. So maybe this is even about you guys reaching out and helping other communities, which is really going to bring you closer to meeting some very unique people, I feel like. In fact, for some of you, it could even be like love possibilities with the two knights being present here. For some of you, I mean, it could be literally the case. But again, it's going to require you to take a leap of faith and try something outside of your norm. So with the explore other realms, it's saying where you are is exactly where you should be. Do not look for an outcome, but at the wisdom gained on your journey. So yeah, again, I feel like every step you take is exactly the step you're meant to be. So that's like, if you take the risk and you take the leap of faith, you're going to be exactly where you need to be. There's no wrong move. You just need to make a move, I feel like, with this 8 of Swords being here for sure. And then again, we have literally move with the flow. Stop stressing so fucking much. It's just what I'm getting here. So be like flowing water, moving smoothly over obstacles, changing form and adapting to the inconsistent weather in your life, freezing, flowing, pooling, and then becoming fluid again. Exactly. You guys need to be like water. You need to be more free flowing. Again, water can transform into all kinds of different states, but regardless, it's still water, I feel like, is kind of the idea here. It's like, this is about you growing and expanding, and you're going to grow and expand so much by connecting and exposing yourself to things that are outside of your comfort zone. That is what I'm getting here for this particular pile. And again, it's going to challenge the fuck out of you, but it's what you need. Like, seriously, it is strongly what you need to move forward. And again, there's going to be people who are, I feel like, in ways they're similar, but they're also extremely different, but they're going to teach you something amazing on each part of the journey, is what I'm getting here. So okay, literally 2 people who are going to be playing a very significant role in your life for the rest of your life, if you start working on it and you start putting yourself out there. So with that said, that is everything that I'm seeing for this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do drop a like down below, comment what you thought about this. And if you'd like to help support the channel in any way, definitely do check out the various links, including my Patreon, which there's some exclusive tarot content that I'm going to be adding there that you guys can take advantage of and definitely take part in. I would love to see you guys over there, especially in regards to, there is a new tier there where you get a very special priced 1-question reading. It's the only place where you'll get that price. Again, if you want that same reading as a personal reading, it is going to cost more than what you can get through Patreon, but there are limited places. So definitely take advantage while you can for the month. So without further ado, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. For those of you who picked the Kiwi Jasper here, we're going to go ahead and look at your cards and see what it is that is unknown to you. So first and foremost, we got Chiron with healing. So definitely look at where Chiron is in your natal chart. Healing powers, growth, amends, release, personal development, inherited issues, self-doubt, generational trauma, shame, sensitivity, forgiveness, superpowers, divinity, cleansing, softness, and pain. Boy, I feel like a lot of you are dealing with a lot of different things here. So some of you literally have superpowers. You have psychic abilities. You may even have the power to heal others. Others of you, you're dealing with self-doubt. You need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive the pain that you've gone through because you're just keeping it alive. And again, that's not fair to yourself. Also, I feel like you guys, some of you have, really great opportunities for personal development. Granted, some of that personal development is going to be through facing, again, the thing that caused you pain or that you need to release, you need to make amends for, which may be uncomfortable, but it's going to serve you well in the long run. Especially because we have the third house here with perception. So how are you perceiving yourself? How are you perceiving others? Speech, thoughts, social media, excursions, dating, siblings, research, street life, circulation, discussions surrounding sociability. Some of you maybe are addicted to social media and you don't even realize it. You need to watch how you speak and again, how you perceive, because a lot of that is shaping your reality. Let's see what else we have. For your tarot, yeah, we got the 5 of Pentacles. Some of you may even be dealing with, depression. You might be dealing with like a physical ailment that is causing you some discomfort or some lack. We also have Temperance, and we have the Death card. Literally, like, there could be even like physical death around you, or a physical death that you've dealt with. Or again, this is about, more so that could be for like one person, but like this is about transforming yourself, finding balance and reconnecting, unlocking your potential and your abilities. I gain the sense of here. Transform and release the old, heal yourself, and be reborn like the phoenix from the fire, from the ashes. Let's see what else. We also have this card here, which is expression. So meet Shanti. She once kept her ideas and feelings locked away in her heart where no one could see or hear them. It felt safe and secure, but alas, she felt so alone. No one truly knew her. She was longing to come out to play. Gathering her courage, she flung open the window in her mind and unlatched the doorway in her soul. She started to speak her mind and give voice to her heart. She could never again fit in that small, closed space of hiding. Soon, her words grew into unabashed singing. What song are you keeping captive? What song at long last can you unleash into the world? So I feel like you guys, you're not expressing yourself. You're hiding your voice. You're hiding away your pain, or again, your true self, your true opinions. Let's see what else we have. We also have the solar plexus chakra here. So that could be, look, we have 3 and 3 coming up again. That's a synchronicity right there. But literally, like, you guys, this is a particular area you need to heal, you need to work on. We have a lot of that color coming up. We also have fire with passion. We also have clouds with shape-shifting. And we have rain with purification. I feel like through fire, rain, and air or something, it's like you're going to purify yourself. You're going to cleanse yourself in a way. So let's go ahead and I'm trying to find a spot to put this one. We're going to set it right there. We're going to dive more into these cards here. So we're going to start off with, we're going to start off with clouds. Let's see. So for the clouds card, what is it wanting to tell you? In both subtle and more dramatic ways, you can shapeshift by your choice of clothing, hairstyle, adornments, and even mannerisms, such as facial expression, gestures, and the way you walk. By adjusting these along with your internal attitude, you can actually display different personas. When you experiment with these variations of self-expression that are not how you ordinarily present yourself, others will react to you depending on the degree way in which your persona contrasts with the one they are most familiar with. Be like the clouds as you try out different forms, stretching your limits at times, willing to move and adjust as necessary. Lift your head up, square your shoulders, and stand tall such that your chest and heart open to the world, and know how this feels. You may feel vulnerable at first, but stay with it. Then let your shoulders fall forward slightly. Pull your chest inward an inch or two and let your head drop a little. Observe how this feels. Experiment with contracting your aura, your energy field, then expanding it as far as you comfortably can. By this kind of shape-shifting, you can consciously choose your expression into the world. Just remember who you are at the core. Wow, guys. I feel like that could be a really healing process for you, because then you realize, like, how you carry yourself and how you come off, because again, that really affects your personal power here with the solar plexus. So with fire and passion, what are your passions? What turns you on? What ignites that inner flame, that creative spark? When you feel devoid of passion, consider what is missing in your life. It is most likely an absence of fire in your belly. Sometimes that makes your heart beat faster and quickens your breathing. Passion is not something that comes from outside of you, although some events and circumstances can trigger it. It is an intensity of feelings, whether direct, quietly experienced or enthusiastically expressed. Passion can simply be a strong feeling, or the sensation itself can be so powerful that it motivates you to act. This is too often associated with excessively with sexuality, which it certainly is one way of experiencing, yet it limits its meaning and demeans the broader possibilities. Open yourself to the truth of what you are passionate about and find a means to express it. Exactly. And then we have that rain card as well. So with the purification, let's see. So with the rain card, this is all about purifying your mind, body, and spirit is the task that is put before you. Purifying your mind by identifying a prominent belief you carry about yourself that inhibits you from being fully engaged in life, from showing up 100% of the time. Purify your heart by allowing yourself to breathe in and out blessings and forgiveness so that you can love even more deeply. Let yourself feel your grief, truly feel it, so that the rivers of your tears become miniature baptisms that help heal the wounds in your soul. If necessary, detoxifying your body, the temple and seat of the soul, by changing your diet, doing a cleanse for a few days, or simply drinking more water. Increasing the daily amount of water you drink will with deep appreciation for its purpose, will revitalize your spirit. It is no wonder that in some indigenous languages, water is called lifeblood. As it is so essential to every form of life on earth, take time to purify yourself. So obviously, you need to literally, it's like this is part of detoxifying, is literally part of this transformation. It's transformation in all areas, your emotions, your spirit, and your physical body. And lastly, we have, of course, this chakra here. So let's talk about the chakra for you. So with it, the solar plexus, obviously the color here is yellow. The sound is Ram. The element is fire. Are you fucking kidding me? It's literally fire, passion. You need to work on your solar plexus because that will help to unlock what you're passionate about. The gland is the pancreas and the adrenals. The key word is I can. The solar plexus chakra is located between the navel area, just below the rib cage. It represents power, vitality, willpower, self-esteem, and confidence. The energy center where your emotions and feelings are recorded. This chakra is associated with clairsentience, inner feelings. So some of you could be really strong clairsentience, but it's blocked and you can't take advantage of it, which is the major psychic reception area. To balance the chakra, you may want to try yoga, dance and movement, or breath work with color. In addition, be aware of people who drain your energy. Workshops and classes that focus on empowerment will help you open and harmonize this area. Clearly, that's the big thing you guys need to work on, is empowering yourself, because it's literally going to just transform every area of your life, both financially, physically, emotionally, health-wise, relationship-wise. It will transform everything. When you claim your personal power, you work again on how you present yourself, roll your shoulder back, work on your posture as well. And again, express yourself. Stop holding back what you need to say, because it's not healing for you. It's not going to help you. You need to balance, and you need to claim your power. So that is what I'm getting for this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do drop a like down below. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. And if you want to help support the channel and its continued growth, please do check out my Patreon, because that seriously will help with everything going on. And of course, there's going to be exclusive tarot-related content for you guys on my Patreon, as well as art-related stuff. So, and there's also information down below about personal readings. So, thank you all so much. Thank you. What was that word? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. For those of you who picked the 8th and final pile here with the golden calcite, we're going to go ahead and jump into your cards and see what is unknown to you. And so first and foremost, we have opposition with balance. So relates, mirrors, interacts, confronts, makes conscious, manifests, disciplines, conflicts with, tests, objectifies, and calls out. You're being called out on your stuff. There's something that you need to balance in your life majorly, and there's things that are mirroring you, things that make you uncomfortable and you don't like. You need to turn the mirror around and kind of consider if you have those same things going on within yourself that you're not being conscious of. We also have semi-sextile with allowing. So encourages, sees the potential in, clarifies, gives hopes to, compensates, intuits, tempers, responds, cycles, grows, realizes, and rewards. You're going through constant cycles. And again, the cycle you're in right now is going to confront you with some shit. But you got to be disciplined, and you have to just face up to it. You got to become conscious of what it is you're being called out on. We also have here the 10 of Pentacles. So this could be related to family, inheritance, your career. We also have the 6 of Swords. So moving away from something that is no longer serving you. We also have the King of Pentacles. So this could be about a strong masculine in your life who is related to career or business, finances. We also have the 5 of Wands. So you're in conflict with different groups of people. Maybe it's in your family, friend groups, work, colleagues. There could be also competition, debates, heated conversation. And we have the 2 of Wands. So you need to get, honest with yourself about why it is maybe these things are conflicting you or coming up, because maybe some of you, it's like, maybe your family wants you to get married or something, and maybe you don't agree with it. Maybe you're going to go off and you're going to elope for some of you. I don't know. It's like, I feel like there's going to be, again, there's a lot of conflict going on, disagreements, and you got to make a decision about it. And I feel like in the end, you're not going to make a wrong decision with the 2 of Wands being here, because the world is your oyster. It's like, if you want to be with this person, if you want to get married or you don't want to get married, it's like, you can do that. Just do it. Nobody's stopping you but you. And don't be worried if like your family isn't going to support you, even financially. It's like you can make it on your own. You just need to put that work and that focus on. Because we also have here, protect the wild and green. We also have karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. God damn, that's coming up so much. We also have the cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. And we have, it's up to you. Exactly, that's literally what I was just saying. It's all up to you. Nobody else has control over this but you. Don't give your power away to something else. I also feel like you guys are potentially a group who picked this who are kind of like earth angels. You're here on a mission. You're here to protect something. And so that's why you kind of need to go along with what your intuition tells you. So let's start off with talking about this. It's up to you. So the end result of the situation you ask about is entirely in your hands. You can affect the outcome by taking a proactive approach to solving any challenges. Stand in your own power and have confidence that you have what it takes to bring about a happy ending. Don't wait for someone else to rush in and take charge. In order to come to a successful conclusion, the situation requires your unique perspective and experience. Exactly. You need to be your own King of Pentacles and be in control of your own show here. So with the Protect the Wild in green here, this is card 32. This is talking about you are a guardian of the earth and all who share it, the trees, the animals, the birds, insects, inhabitants of the ocean blue. It's time to play an active role in protecting and preserving the wild and the green by being aware and limiting your impact upon the natural world. This world is not yours to possess. It is a gift given to you and your children. Tread gently, tread with care, and walk with love. Remember, your relationship with the world is a symbiotic one. Exactly. And then here, of course, we have the Cosmic Heart and the Karmic Relationship. So with the Cosmic Heart, when you surrender to a state of devotion, you find yourself flowing with all of life. You are being called to refocus your attention deep within, to the intelligence of your own heart, to bow with deep reverence to your inner temple, to live your life in devotion to this place, to make your life one big moving prayer. Perhaps you felt a bit off kilter lately, sensing that the potency of why you're doing things has gotten a little watered down or weak. Perhaps you've forgotten what made you start doing them in the first place. If so, this is your call to take a moment and reconnect with the truth at the very center of your heart, to get back to the essence of what you're about, to devote your life to what you care most about, to turn your gaze deep, 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 deep. There are seasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing. Right now, you're being called to plant your soul seed and to sing them with deep devotion, to feed them with the sweet waters of your own soul, to lose yourself in the potency of what it is that most expands your heart, to live your life according to what makes you come alive, rather than what everyone else thinks. Exactly. To make your life one big moving prayer. So, how can you make your life a moving prayer? Ask yourself that and figure it out, because this is what it's about. This is about living your life for you. That is the message I'm getting here. Again, it's up to you to do it. And so, of course, we have these karmic relationships. And something I want to say about the karmic relationships, not all karmic relationships, a lot of times when people see here like, oh, it's a karmic relationship, they fucking think it means, oh, it's a fucking negative bad thing. No, not all karmic relationships are bad. In fact, all relationships have some sort of fucking karma attached to it. Again, whether it's bad or good really just depends on the situation and the person. So just be aware of that. Some of you may feel very connected to the Orion constellation, the Orion energy. I almost feel like you guys are you're almost like the Seven Sisters running away from Orion or something. I don't know. But anyway, the constellation Orion is thought by many to have been a place of great polarity and eventual unity. Some believe that many starseeds who are part of this cosmic history are incarnated on Earth now and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion times. Perhaps you're one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth. To many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our heart and mind and see things from a different point of view. When we go into reactive, second-guessing mode, instead of gathering the courage to open our heart, we should admit that we may have reacted because of our own woundings and then find mutual ground. We are all innocent children looking to be seen, understand, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. And yet, that's the initiation of conflict. It's easy to react and take things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a way to grow closer through the conflict. It's through relationships that we grow the most. How can you soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? So, which relationships do you find the most challenging? How can you see things from a different perspective? And how are you being caused to allow growth through the conflict? Seriously, guys, like that is what this is all about. Like you can grow so much through this conflict by, again, seeing from a different perspective, but also, again, staying true to who you are, I feel like is also important here. And to get your, have your perspective also, understood and listened to in this situation is also important. It goes both ways. This is very much about working at relationships around you, I feel like. So with that said, that is everything that I'm seeing here for this pile. So if this resonated, please do drop a like down below. Comment what you thought about it. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. Doesn't this look like a tasty jelly or something? I don't know. Anyway, if you'd like to help support this channel and its continued growth, please do check out all the links and the information on personal readings down below. And especially if you'd like to, become a patron on my Patreon, that link will also be down there. And there is going to be exclusive tarot-related content and special pick-a-card readings just for patrons. That will be all over there. So if you guys want to take advantage of that, definitely do go check it out, especially with the limited place for the 1 question monthly reading. That is a very special price that will not be available anywhere else. So definitely take advantage of that while they last. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.